In the last section of this chapter, we're going to do some real-life applications here of percents. So we're going to come across the word commission in this section, so it's helpful to know what commission means. A commission is just going to be the percent earned times the total cost. That's how you would find the commission, and you'll be given the percent. Okay, so now let's do some places where percents show up in the real world. Well, we have to pay sales tax on a lot of things in life. So, let's say you were going to buy a video game. The video game costs $34.98. The sales tax rate is 5.5%. How much will you actually pay for the video game? So you're always going to do the percent times the price. So 5.5, I'm going to turn into a decimal, 2 places to the left. So 0.055 times the price, $34.98. And if you multiply this out, you're going to get 192390. But you need to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So it's going to, 1.92390. Now this is money. So I only want to chop it off after 2 places. So I look at this 3. Does that 3 take that 2 and round it up or keep it as a 2? It's going to keep to the 2. So it says round to the nearest cent. So the tax is going to be $1.92. You want to add tax onto the purchase price. Okay, and if you add these two together, $34.98 plus $1.92, line up your decimal points, 10, 19, 6, 3. So you're actually going to pay $36.90 for the video game. Okay, another place that we use percents is when we give somebody a tip. 15% is a standard tip that you leave at a restaurant or like for a hair salon or nails or something like that. You always want to leave a tip for the person. So you're going to estimate to calculate the tip. Okay, because you don't want to leave somebody, certain number of pennies. You want to just try to estimate and give them a nice ballpark tip. So instead of $34.50, we're just going to round it to 35. And 15%, we're going to break up into 10% and 5%. And then we'll put those two together because 10% is easier to do. 10% means just take your decimal and move it in one place. So that's 3.5. 5% of the bill is going to be half of your 10% amount. So half of 3.5 is 1.75. Now I'm going to add these two amounts together. 1.75, 5, 12, 5. So you get 525. 3.5, 1.75 is, 5.25. So 15% tip is about $5.25. If you want to be nice, you can round that up to $6. I'm sure the person would appreciate it. All right, so that's some places where we use percents. Now, what we're going to do is try some quick checks. So pause the video and fill that in before moving on. Okay, so now in quick check 1, you're going to find the total cost for a purchase of $185 if the sales tax rate is 5.5%. So this is just like the video game one. First, figure out what the sales tax would be and then add it on to the price. And in quick check 2, you're going to estimate a 15% tip for each of these amounts. So you'll round your dollars. You can round them up to the nearest dollar, or you can round them, like for the first one, 58.20. I might even round that to 60, just to make the math nicer. Okay, so estimate a tip for each of those amounts. Let's pause the video and try those quick checks before moving on. Now, in examples 3 and 4, we're going to talk about that commission that we mentioned in the beginning. So find the commission on a $300 sale with a commission rate of 8.5%. See, they gave us the percent of commission. So we mentioned how to do this in the beginning. You're going to do the percent. 8.5 is going to become 0.085. We write 8.5 as 0.085, and we multiply it by the total price, 300. So let's multiply that out. 300 times 0.085, 0015, 0, 1, 2, 24, 00552, and I need to come 1, 2, 3 spaces in. So the commission on the sale is $25.50. Put my dollar sign in. Okay? So if that's the commission rate, if you're a salesperson at a store and you sell an item that costs $300, you earn $25.50 of that as your commission or the profit that you get to keep. So now let's try another one. Find the total earnings for a salesperson with a salary of $550 plus 4% commission on sales. And this is how salespeople, how their salary is earned. They get a base salary, but then they also get a certain percentage of all the sales that they bring in. So you would add that on to their salary. So the total earnings, we don't know, so we're going to call it T. Their salary that they already get is the $550, plus the 4% commission. 4% is going to become 0.04, times the amount that they sold, $14.85. And so now we're going to work this out. 0.04, 14.85. Oh, that's an 8. Let's make that a little bit. Oh, hello. There it is. All right, so if I multiply 14.85 times 0.04, 0, 2, 32, 34, 16, and 3 is 19, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 59.40. And I add these two together. 550 plus 59.40. Line up my decimals. 0, 4, 9, 10, carry the 1, and 6. 609.40. So the salesperson earns $609.40. So now you're going to pause the video and you're going to try these quick checks. Find the commission on a $3,200 sale with a commission rate of 6%. So that's like example 3. And quick check 4, you're going to model it after example 4. They give you a base salary plus a commission on their sales. So figure that out just like we did in example 4, and we'll check your work in class.